perfection, I was the mess. I lacked emotion, you did your best. I was behind you through every step. You lost your way and you fell instead. Fell instead. Fell instead. I never told you I could give it all away. I never begged you or held you down to stay. I lack contentment, you long for joy. Built your resentment, it was a ploy. I lack contentment, you long for joy. Built your resentment, but it was all a ploy.
to another day of Frontier Doubles League. Today we have the Adept League matchup, the two top teams in the Stealth Conference, the Gators versus the Hornets. Holy cow, is this gonna match up to be a very good series. We have for the Gators, we have Kin and we have Fallen, which is their B lineup, I believe. And we have Bearded Moors and AJ Binky, which is their B lineup as well, I believe. Technically, yes, because the Hornets have two 12.4 styles, so it is their B lineup as well. Um, we are running just a little bit late, so we're gonna go ahead and get these guys into their respective teams. But I'm gonna go ahead and start talking about what we should expect in this series. Definitely should not be a far series by any means. It should be pretty close. As I mean, these are the two top teams. The Hornets being number one seed in stealth, and the Gators only having one game or a one win deficit to the Hornets. So number one seed and number two seed, two of the hardest teams to beat in Adept League. I know from experience that this Gators team is very tough, and I'll be the first one to say this Hornets team knocked us out in the first week of midseason mayhem. So here we go as AJ Binky's going to try to put that over Fallen, but Fallen gets the 50, puts that straight down to Kin, trying to pass that mid. Fallen gets a pass to Kin, goes for a demo, and oh my god, already the team plays coming out from the Gators and the Hornets. That's just the unfortunate play by them. And what can you do when you can't hook on a shot like that? Uh, Honestly, if I see if I see anybody in this lobby coming at me, I'm scared, and I'm in a depth, so that's saying something. I don't want to play these teams. But when you see Kin coming at you like that, there's not much you can do, especially when you have Fallen coming at you just as fast, going for a bumper or demo. As Kin going for another shot, but quickly saved by Bearded Moors. AJ Binky passing that up to Bearded. Can he put it on target? No, it's into the sidewall. Bearded beating the defender back to the ball, putting that off the backboard. Pass it over to AJ Binky. Misses the shot. AJ Binky's going to try to put that back mid, but Fallen's right there on the wall to save it. 50 coming out from the Hornets. Oh no, and Kin puts the redirect off of Bearded all the way into the Hornets half. He's going to try to put that back into the mid, but that goes straight to Fallen. Fallen going for the air dribble. What can he do? Puts it off the backboard, and it's an open net. Can Kin hit it? Yes, he does. He puts that ball in the back of the net, and oh my god. 2 goals to 0 so far in this game. 3 minutes and 34 left, and the Hornets, I mean, they got to step something up quick because that's already 2 unanswered goals and undefended goals as well, which is, that's not what you're looking for, especially in the first game to be down by 2. It is the game where you try to find out, how the other team's going to play, but you don't sit back this far and just give the Gators room. Everybody knows that that's a sin. So we'll see how the Hornets respond. AJ Binky already getting the physicality side out of him, maybe taking out a bit of that frustration for the first 2 goals and trying to open something up on the back end, but Bearded going straight for the other physicality play, demoing. So maybe that's the Hornet strategy, is just to start picking off the Gators and putting them on their demo list for the next one to be demoed, and maybe that works out to their advantage. But so far, the Gators are handling it well, and they're still applying that pressure. The Hornets have been in their half for about 30 seconds, but there goes the clear to get out of it. Bearded trying to put that mid straight to AJ. Can he get the shot? It's not on target, but Kin still dives for it, and there's the icebreaker for the Hornets. Bearded had the open net, and he took advantage of that one fully. If you're the Gators, you didn't want to give the Hornets that first goal, because then they're going to go on a roll. Once you give a little bit of momentum, they're going to take a mile and go for everything. So we'll see how this goes in the last half of this game. On the kickoff, we have Bearded, Moors, and Fallen going in the Hornets' favor, but Kin does not touch that ball. He gets a weird turn, and almost a shot coming off from AJ, but he can't hit the ball as Kin clears that into Bearded. Gives him free possession. It's not what you want to do, but it's all right because Fallen's there to back his teammate up. AJ putting that down to Bearded. Bearded putting it into the corner. Kin putting that straight into Bearded, and Bearded, oh my god. puts that ball right off the wall into the back of the net, and that's just a misplay from the Gators. I mean, you can't pass the ball to him like that, and if you do, you saw what he's gonna do. He's gonna put that in the back of the net and just punish you for making that mistake. And here we go. 2-2 with 2 minutes left. Let's be honest, this is what we expected. If you have the top 2 teams in a depth, and this is a very close series or a very close matchup, is Fallen. Holy cow, cutting me off and just putting one in the back of the net right over AJ. But as I was saying, this is kind of what we expected. We expected this for this to be a very close series, no matter what happened. And game one's proving that. I mean, 3-2. That's about as close as it gets without being tied. So we'll see what the Hornets do. I mean, they already have they were already 2 goals down coming into this game, and now they're only 1 goal. They came back with the 2 goals, and the Gators just seem to keep scoring. Fallen going off this game and putting in a 2 goal lead once again. Maybe this is where they check out of this game and just keep the Hornets down and out, but you never know. When you have Bearded Moors and AJ Binky on the other side of the field, you can't let up at all. So the Gators they just have to keep scoring, and they're doing good at it right now. It seems like the Hornets, their offense is amazing, but their defense just is non-existent. So we'll see how they adjust. Maybe they can get those demos to get in the Gators' heads. Uh, and a little bit of physicality coming from AJ, bumping one of the Gators defenders out of the way, putting that ball mid is Fallen, gets a big clear out to Bearded, and if he can't control that ball, Fallen centering that ball, but Bearded getting a weird touch. I don't know, not really sure what he was trying to go for. Maybe he switched his mind mid play, but the Hornets getting a little bit out of rotation, bumping each other. They're gonna take that off the sidewall. Bearded completely misses that. AJ's gonna try to get that middle, but Kin's right there, and not really either team taking advantage of their opportunities. Bearded's gonna try to put that mid 1v2, but no. On the defensive rotation, Kin gets a demo on AJ, completely punishing the defense and Fallen with the counter attack, buries that in the back of the net. The way this Gator team is playing is going to be hard. Holy cow. I mean, if they keep playing like this, if Fallen, which is the lower Sal, he's towards the lower end of this league, and right now he's putting Ken in the backpack and saying, "Let's go, buddy. We're going for a trip." And Ken, I'm sure he's not complaining. That's just beautiful gameplay coming out from the Gators and the Hornets. They were in this game. In the first half of this game, they were in it, but then they let the Gators run with it and just did not answer back. So, I mean, 30 seconds, 3 goals. It's not impossible, but it's not probable. So we'll see how they answer back and maybe just get the nerves shaken out and get the momentum running a little bit. And if they can get that going for them, then they should be fine through the rest of this series. But we will see. 10 seconds left. This game's pretty much going to count itself down, but 3-5 now as Bearded puts that right past the defender, and it's only a 2 goal deficit. We'll see. I mean, 10 seconds, 5 seconds a goal, maybe a kickoff goal, and then you can try to take your time on like a sidewall or something with an air dribble, but we'll see how they figure it out. But yeah, the kickoff really not going in the best spot, landing in a weird place. So that seems like that's just going to be time running down. And yes, it will be game one up with a little bit of keep up. Yeah, game one goes to the Gators. The Hornets, they played a pretty well-rounded game in the first half of this, but then they let it get a little bit too out of hand. And the Gators punished them for it, a 9-shot to 5. The Gators had 4 more shots than the Hornets. That just showed, I mean, the Hornets were really playing back. I mean, what are you gonna do? If you play back, you wanna be known to have a good defense, but you don't wanna be the team that be known solely for the defense. Because when you're known solely for your defense, then eventually your wall has to break. It's gonna it's gonna collapse, and that's where the 5 goals came in. The Hornets just uh misreading a ball or just not going for the ball at all, miscommunication or no rotation. That's where this game led to. But props to Bearded. I didn't realize it, but he's 100% shooting right now. So if he can come out with that and AJ can back him up a little bit, because I mean AJ's the star player of this team. He's one of two actually. The Hornets have two 12.4 salaries. He is one of the two star players of this team, but Bearded proving the salary doesn't matter, and he's still coming for that dub as they um I mean, they had a chance, but they just let the Gators go a little bit too far. The Gators played a phenomenal first game, so we'll see if they can't keep that going. But game two is always a surprise. Either the Hornets keep with what they do and they fall to the Gators again, or they switch something completely up and just surprise the Gators. Who will know? But we have Ken and AJ on the kickoff going into game two. Goes in the Gators' favor. Beard is going to take his time on this one, put it on the other side of Fallen, but he rotates straight back into that one. A bump in the backfield and a one-on-one, but AJ is going to get the better half of that 50. Beard is going to go for that 50, but Ken, the Dominus is just too strong. A man of my taste. Dominus is my favorite vehicle, so can't fault him for using that as a nice 50, or yeah, a nice 50 coming up from AJ. Passing that straight up Bearded. Can they take advantage of the open net? No. Bearded soars right over the ball and just can't get it. Ooh, Ken trying to take his time, but Bearded getting the demo out on him. AJ taking that up the sidewall. Gonna try to put that off the backboard for a pass. Takes his time. It's a really good decision to kind of control the ball. But Fallen is just gonna punish him for trying to take his time and boots that off the backboard. Straight in the mid, but a clear coming out from AJ. Fallen right there in rotation to get him. A double commit coming from the Hornets, but it doesn't matter because Ken cannot get that ball back mid in time for AJ to recover. A nice 50 coming out in a middle ball, but or a centered ball, sorry. But just can't get there back to it. I mean, the Gators, they're still passing, they're still doing pretty okay, but you have to have that second man close enough, and I think they're trying to play it closer because they expect this team to play hyper aggressive. But I mean, because the Hornets, I mean, most of us have seen them play a very fast-paced game, and oh my gosh, I thought that was a save, but Ken puts the first goal in the back of the net, and maybe that gets them started, realizing that the Hornets, I mean, their game plan really hasn't changed. It's kind of the same thing, and they're just they're just going for it. But I think the Gators were kind of trying to still fill out the Hornets because, I mean, even I know it. The Hornets are not playing their best right now. They're not playing to the best of their ability. They're making mistakes and a lot of them. So I think they were waiting for the Hornets to kind of start popping off and going for it. But they just the Hornets just haven't showed up to the door yet. They haven't came knocking. So the Gators, I mean, if they don't come knocking, don't go looking for them. Just keep scoring that ball. But Ken almost gets the shot off, but AJ's just there to save it. Taking that ball on a 1v1, but Fallen's there early to 50 him, and that's been the storyline of this game. The Gators just always in the Hornets' face, not giving them any time to do anything. Just kind of suffocating them as Fallen's going to put that off the backboard. Oh, he doesn't get to the ball before AJ. I thought he had him beat, but he didn't. A nice pass coming off the backboard, and Fallen's there, but oh no. Bearded able to deflect that ball right into the post and out of the net. Holy cow, that's a beautiful save by him. A beautiful center, but unlucky for him, Ken's always there on the defensive side. He's really been a brick wall in the first and second game, but oh no. I mean, that's also been another thing. I mean, just the Hornets not taking care of the ball, passing the ball to the Gators, and just not taking care of their open shots that they have or the open opportunities where the Gators have messed up and left a hole for error. But the Hornets just not filling that up and kind of leaving it there like they don't want it. So they have to turn something around, get that icebreaker goal, maybe do something with passing players, something to pass around the Gators defense, because just putting the ball right in front of them is not going to work. Just shooting the ball on net with somebody defending is not going to work. So they have to figure something out because this Gators team is a brick wall. So we will see. The Hornets normally have a volatile offense, and right now the Gators proving that they're just the better team in this series so far. As Ken puts that mid, but Fallen just not there for the put away shot, and that honestly probably that could have killed all morality of the Hornets. But Fallen's gonna try to go for a quick shot. AJ's just too quick to get back to it. Bearded going for that ball, gets it over Ken. A pass back mid, and that's what they needed, but Bearded not able to finish that ball.
Hornets just not shooting like he was in that first game. AJ putting that off to the sidewall, giving Ken complete control. And that's kind of what I was talking about when I said they just give him the ball. They're giving the Gator as many chances as they want. But a ball coming mid, and AJ's there to finish it. And there's the icebreaker goal, 1-1 with 40 seconds left to go. That's what they needed. But I mean, we'll see. Do the Gators let that get to them? I don't think they do. I think they keep playing the game that they've been playing this whole time. And do the Hornets uh, let the overconfidence get to them? I mean, you have to be confident after getting that goal. Nice shot going on net by AJ, but blocked by Fallen. Fallen getting demoed for his troubles. AJ's not appreciative of him taking that shot because they had a little bit of momentum going. Beard puts that into the corner. Fallen getting a very not good touch, but that's going to go straight into the corner of it. And that's been the good thing this game for the Gators. I mean, if one person mess up, and the second person is always there to back him up and make sure that ball does not go in the net. They're always there to put the ball back into safety, but I mean, the Hornets, they just have to figure something out. It's still 1-1 and we're going into overtime. Here we go. Which team will step up, make the first move to either tie the series or go up two in a row and try to get that match point. So we'll see as AJ going for that ball, giving it straight to Ken, but somehow gets back to the 50. And try to take his time here, passing that down the Bearded, but Ken is going to be right there for the interception of the ball, and there it goes. The Gators shooting on all cylinders. The Hornets just not ready for this Gators team, and the Gators will take it. That's a beautiful shot coming off from Ken. Sorry about that. And then they're 2-0 in the series. I mean, the Gators now on match point. The only hope for the Hornets is a reverse sweep. I did not expect this. I expected this to come a little closer than this, than just a 2-0 series off the bat. The games have been close. The second game closer than the first one. So when we go into game 3, we look to see the Hornets put up a little bit more of a fight like this game, but they have to do something because they're playing way too much defense. 10 shots for the Gators and only 4 for the Hornets. I mean, you have to be doing something wrong if you're getting outshot that much. You're just not playing offense. Those are counterattack shots. Those aren't, I'm on offense constantly shots. They have to get on offense. They have to get aggressive. And if they want to come back in this series, it's not going to happen if they don't start playing aggressive. If I'm the Hornets right now, I have nothing to lose. I go straight after everything and just start pounding the Gators net until they give up a goal. And if the Hornets let the Gators get a little bit of momentum in this game 3 and let them realize that they're the better team this series, then it's done for them. They have to come out and show dominance early, and if they don't, it's gonna end up very bad for them. So hopefully the Hornets can come back and make this a closer series, if not a closer game at the least. But we will see as we get into game 3. We have Ken and Bearded on the kickoff. AJ tried to cheat on that one to get maybe a little something sneaky on the Gators, maybe a sneaky first goal, but doesn't work out as it's going straight back into the Gators half. Bearded, I don't know what he was aerialing for. It was kind of a weird spot to aerial in. Ken's going to put that over AJ, but can he get the second touch? Not a good one by any means. As Fallen's there, put that into the back wall, but Bearded gets the awkward touch out into AJ. AJ playing a little bit of physical Rocket League. As Bearded's going to put that straight back to him. A pass upfield, but can Bearded pass it back? He gets the second pass, but the defender's just there, and that's really just the Gators' tactic, I think. I think it's just like keep that rotation good because the Hornets, they're not punishing them for it. And holy cow, I mean, the Gators not really doing anything too special. They're just putting the ball in the backcourt and hoping that the Hornets defense messes up. And hey, don't break it or don't fix it if it ain't broke. There you go. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And right now, I mean, their strategy is not broke. So, I mean, if I'm them, I just keep going for it because the Hornets, they're just letting in, I mean, gold 3 quality shots. So, I mean, We'll see how they pick it up, but still letting in those shots is Fallen just skies one over AJ straight into the top left corner, and what precision to put that over the defender. Just the Hornets, they're rushing themselves and trying to get these saves, but you can't do that against this Gators team because they're just gonna play how they've been playing this whole series. If you're not gonna change your gameplay, they're gonna keep going for it, and they're gonna win this game. Still a lot of games left to play though. Don't know how it's gonna fare for the. I don't know how it's gonna be for the Hornets because right now they're sloppy. It's just sloppy gameplay from them. And I'll be honest, I expected the Hornets to take this game or this series, but they're just not showing any real fight or want to come back in this series or even this game. I mean, they're down 2 goals. We saw this in the first game. They came back from 2 goals. So we know they're capable of doing it. But can they do it against this insane Gators team? Because this Gators team, I mean, they're playing better than they were in game 1, and they won by a lot in game 1. So we will see how the Hornets react to this, because the Gators, they're playing such a rotationally based game. There's always one behind the other, but there's nobody in net for that one, and AJ saw that, puts that right in the back of the net, and it's only a 1-goal game with almost half the game gone. Oh my god, I don't know what happened there for the Gators, but the Hornets, I mean, that could be the start to a comeback for them. We will see. We go into kickoff once again. Ken and Bearded levels it out, but Bearded's going to get a second touch off of that, putting it over Fallen. He's in a weird spot, passing that off the backboard to AJ. Can he put that in the back of the net? No! Fallen comes across net and just clears that ball out into the corner, but AJ coming back for it again. Fallen, a brick wall on the back line. Seems like they're just sending Ken at the ball, and then Fallen cleans up if Ken misses, and that's what happened there twice in a row. The ball going towards the Hornets back wall, but AJ pushing up to it. Fallen putting that middle, and there's no defender. Oh my gosh, I thought that was posting out, but that's posting in. An own goal coming from the Hornets. Still 2 minutes and 17 left to go in this game, so we will see how they adapt to this Gators gameplay, because the Gators, I mean, they seem almost relaxed right now. They're being able to do what they want, and when you give a team that privilege to just play how they want to, play freely, and not have to worry about you, then that's not good. I remember myself playing this Hornets team, and they played insane. I mean, it was so hard to stop them, but now, I mean, it's just, they don't know what to do against this Gators team. I wish I would have played this team, because they just can't find an answer. They're not switching anything up, and it seems like they don't have chemistry together. But, I mean, the same cannot be saying for the Gators. Seems like this team is very familiar with each other. Not right there, though, but in somehow recovering. No matter what mistake they made, they always somehow come back and fix that mistake. I'm not really sure how, but their recoveries and rotations are just so precise and pristine. It's just, it's almost impossible to beat. And right now it's showing, because the Hornets, I mean, they're not doing too well against this team and how they're playing. But Bearded getting that past one and past the second defender, but they just don't have the means to score the ball. The Gators, they're always back, and I don't even know what the Hornets should do. I mean, when the defense is so good, but the Gators, they're not known for a defense. They're also known for an offense, but when you have a defense this good and you can just stop every ball on net, and then get a demo coming out to stop the ball from going in, that is so demoralizing if you're the Hornets, because, I mean, you're frustrated right now. You can't get anything to go in. You're down 2-0 in the series, and you're down by 2 goals in the game. You have to be frustrated right now. Nothing's going your way, and then the Gators, they get simple, easy stuff like that when Ken just buries one in the back of the net. And I believe that goal was probably the nail in the coffin for these guys. Oh my god. This was just a show match for the Gators. I mean, they came out knowing they wanted to win, and they did what they had to do. And trust me, they did what they had to do. This was a disgusting game to watch, especially if you're a Hornets fan. This is just not what you wanted to see. You wanted to see something closer, especially when oh my God, what a shot coming out from Bearded and another shot coming out from AJ. So we'll say the pass from Bearded and the shot from AJ. There we go. Bringing it to a 2-goal game. Maybe they can pull something together and try to come back. But it'd be definitely hard to do against this Gators team because you don't see a kickoff goal going in on them anytime soon. But as I was saying, I think I forgot what I'm saying. Hold on. Oh, AJ getting back for the save there. It can just not quick enough, but I don't think it matters. This game is pretty much ran itself out, and the Hornets, they didn't stop this team quick enough. If they could have stopped this Gators team's offense just a little bit quicker, then I think they would have had a chance. But when you have,
I mean, when you have 11 shots to 6, when you almost double someone's shots, it's just there's almost no way that you can come back against a team like that. I mean, their team was just so disgusting in the ways that they scored. It's just hard to beat. So definitely a congrats to the Gators. Holy cow, for any Gators fans, you guys are definitely happy because a 3-0 sweep, I mean, that's uncalled for. That's a beautiful game from the Gators, and if you're the Hornets, you're just hoping nobody sees this because this was just a beatdown. This was just a beatdown of the top one or of the top two teams. The Hornets, getting 3-0 swept. How do they react in this in the rest of this season? Because I mean, they're right now there's a tie for the number one in the South Conference. Both teams are now 6-2. The Hornets and the Gators 6-2, tied for that number one seed. And I believe since the Gators won that match to tie it up, I believe they are considered number one seed. But I am not the expert on that. I don't really know. As far as I'm concerned, that was a beautiful series from the Gators. The Hornets, good luck next time. We do have another matchup coming in at 9 o'clock. So in 30 minutes, seems like a long shot. We have the Expert League, Vipers and the Hornets at 9 o'clock. You should see me back at 10 or at 9, not 10. Holy, it's been a day. It's a Sunday. I have school tomorrow. It's been a day, especially thinking about it. But you know how that goes. But we look forward to seeing all you guys back at 9 o'clock. Get a drink, get a snack, because that's going to be a good game. Expert leagues are always the best. So, I've been Cyproc. I appreciate you guys all watching this matchup, and I'll see you guys at 9 o'clock.
solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses.
Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start again. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start it.
Maybe feelings change, I could be never. All the reasons why we've been separate ways. Feeling all alone and you hibernate. Keeping you captive in Billy James.
We're night and day, solar eclipses. Too afraid to look, too scared to miss it.
When night and day, solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses.
Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start again. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start again.
Tomorrow we build. Depends on the future we want, we can make it as real. Maybe we will go, give up the ego. Making it feel good. Too scared to just let it go. Too scared to just let it go. Tomorrow we build. Depends on the future we want, we can make it as real. Maybe we will go, give up the ego. Making it feel good. Too scared to just let it go. Too scared to just let it go.
Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start again. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start again. We can start again. We can start it.
dancing in the shadows, waiting for new light, being with you. And this new sunrise is upon us. A new sunrise is all we need. New sunrise.
game time. I'm on one, like it's Kelly and I'm Bay bound. Treat the greatest competition like the playground. Freestyling Jay Spin and make them say wow. Then I beat the brakes off until I'm stay down. Became a king from a common man, and I turned my worst critics to my staunchest fans and worked at it until the world was believing. They gave them no choice but to see it. They say the greats always aim high and still stay grounded at the same time. And so they see a sky native with the hang time. That's why ain't no one can see us when it's game time. They say the greats always aim high and still stay grounded at the same time. And so they see a sky native with the hang time. That's why ain't no one can see us when it's game time.
Welcome back for our 9 o'clock game in Frontier Doubles League. We have an expert league matchup, the Vipers versus the Hornets. I'm Cyproc, and joining me on the desk here is Harmonic, the man himself. How you doing, man?
Oh, doing great here, Sipraga. Just woke up from a nap and woke up to some hopefully great Rocket League. Got the Vipers. We got the Hornets. Vipers underdog story, hoping they can pull off the upset. But the Hornets obviously a really strong team. We'll see how this one goes.
Yeah, coming into this series, 6-1 of the Hornets, and 1-6 is the Vipers. So if the Vipers can pull this off, it'd be pretty crazy. And I'm gonna go ahead and point it out, Harmonic. You said you just woke up. Well, look at your profile pic. Go steal that Monster Energy in your dude's hand, and let's get into the series. Let's go ahead and get these players into their teams. And while you're letting them know that, Harmonic, go ahead and give me your predictions in the series. Do you predict the upset or do you predict all-out domination for the Hornets?
I'm going to definitely predict all-out domination for the Hornets. My heart says the Vipers just because, like I said, I love a good underdog story. But I think the Hornets obviously a really strong team in Expert League, so would not be surprised at all to see them get the dub. As for the Monster Energy drink, I think it would be amazing if Keanu Reeves was here right now handing me a Monster Energy drink. But you know what? I don't need it. I'm going to just power through. All right, we got okay, so now I see the name. It was start out. It's Hayes and Merc for Hire on the Vipers. That was a Rocket League got a picture game. But he's here, and he's getting ready to take a shot. No boost though. Mythicality trying to struggle here defending. Merc for Hire with the dunk, not going to come through. Counterattack here, opportunity for the Hornets. Mythicality, Musty Flick, not quite. For the dunk, not going to happen. Hayes gets the save, but White is there. YLP, I don't know how you say that name, but he's got a goal.
And I believe it's Wild P, something like that. But I like the aggressiveness early on by the Vipers. They almost had that first goal, but they overcommitted just a little bit too much and gave the Hornets the free goal. And in this game, when you're the underdogs, you want that aggressiveness. But when you get too over aggressive, the Hornets are going to punish you like they've punished the rest of this league so far.
Couldn't have said that better myself. Wild P, I like it. And I bet he likes that goal he's got for the Hornets. Mythicality trying to get him a pass. Merc for Hire denies him on the goal line. Wild P off the sidewall, keeping the pressure on for the Hornets. Vipers with an opportunity to clear. Hayes going to take it back to his own corner. He's off the sidewall trying to beat Mythicality. Fakes him out. This will be a 2-on-1. If Merc can get there, he's not. Bit absent there on the play. Wild P misses the ball. Opportunity here for the Vipers. Merc off the backboard. Here comes Hayes. It doesn't come through. Merc for Hire will clear the danger for now, but the Hornets, good opportunity for a counterattack, and it's blocked out by Merc.
Yeah, and that was yeah, that happened, Harmonic.
That
Holy
happened.
cow, Wild just getting the bad touch off the sidewall. I guess he thought he was being chased or even may have been 50. And Mythicality just was not there in time enough for the save. And Hay is the name, and we're going to know that name, I'm sure, for the rest of this series. That was just a beautiful goal. And that's a nice answer to the goal that Wild P scored. And the Vipers proven that they can at least sit in here for 2 minutes and fight against this Hornets team. So we'll see what they can do the rest of the series.
Yeah, pretty good goal there from Hayes. I was worried he missed it. It was an awkward first touch. Had to get the double, and he did pull it off. So major props there. Wild P coming in for a shot. Hayes saves it away, but still dangerous here. Opportunity for the Hornets. No, Hayes up for that. It's off. And Mythicality gets back just in time to clear it away and make sure Merc for Hire cannot get the follow-up touch for the goal. But Merc is still there getting 50s. Now Hayes possesses into the corner, grabs the big boost. He's full. We look to get a dunk over Wild P, but that touch just kind of falls back into the Vipers' corner. Merc for Hire on the clear. Mythicality gets the demo. Will relieve the pressure for now.
Yeah, and I'm not going to lie, Harmonic, I wasn't expecting this, but this hyper-aggressive playstyle for the Vipers is actually working right now. They've learned to rotate through it, and a demo coming out from Merc, and that's just an open net, and Hayes with the second goal with the complimentary demo coming out from Merc for Hire, and this is not what I was expecting. But what I was saying, Harmonic, is the Vipers are playing so hyper aggressive, but they learned from that first goal that Walpe scored that they need to rotate around that aggressiveness. So one person gets aggressive, and when they run out of boost or run out of anything, or run out of the will to go for the ball anymore, then the second person is there to go for it. But you cannot do that. That's just getting a little bit too aggressive there, Harmonic. They have to learn to tame it, and the Hornets, I mean, that's just beautiful for them to take advantage of the play.
Yeah, great pass there from Wild P. Getting that on the nose for Mythicality to shoot at the wide open net and even us up here 2-all. But yeah, great plays from both sides and some big mistakes. I don't know what Mythicality was doing on that last Vipers goal. Like you mentioned, just a bit out of position, maybe trying to be a bit over aggressive. And it cost him dearly, but the Hornets do get the goal back. 2-2. Is that on target? It looks like it's just wide, and it is off the post. Mythicality winding up for a pass here, trying to get this out to Wild P. Not going to happen. Hayes says no, and now a 2-on-1 opening up for the Vipers. It's Hayes, it's Merc, but they can't get past Mythicality. Merc Hire takes it back to the corner. Wild P opportunity here for the Hornets. Need a touch from Hayes, and he gets it. Merc for Hire looking to clear this away, gets it around Mythicality. Mythicality does have possession, though. Big win here for the Hornets. Doesn't flick in time. The dunk from Hayes. Can he get this back out to Merc? Merc a little slow on this play, Sibrock. I've noticed a couple times when the Vipers have a counterattack and a scoring opportunity, Merc is just a little bit far behind on the rotation.
Yeah, and it seems like, oh, and what a save, as I was about to compliment the man who got the save. It seems like he's very much so the boulder of this team. He's the one that's kind of staying there when he needs to. But yeah, Merc definitely needs to play a little bit faster to Hayes' play style. Hayes is playing very well right now. He's playing a very well-rounded game, but Merc just has to find out how to trust him with that, because Hayes has not made any mistakes to make him, the untrusted teammate. So if Merc can trust him a little bit more, and they can maybe get a little bit more communications going through that headset, then maybe this will be a different game. Still, we're tied. An underdog story, to say the least. I mean, we didn't expect this Vipers team to be even a little bit based on their record, but the paper always lies. And wow, this is a game. This is a very good game one right now, Harmonic.
It really is. Yeah, that's Rocket League, man. It doesn't matter what the records are. Any team on a given day, they win and that ball bounces down, denying the Hornets a last-ditch effort at a 0-second goal. And we go to overtime here in game one. We'll see what the Vipers' game plan is. Merc already getting a little more aggressive here. Like to see that. Tries to go for the pinch on the wall. Keeps the ball in the Hornets zone. Mythicality will be able to clear, though. He does get it past Hayes. Here's a potential 2-on-1. Mythicality taking the slow play. Knows he doesn't have any boost. And Merc figured that out quickly. Hayes back out to Merc. Back out to Hayes. This ball entering into the Hornet zone. Hayes can't find the touch. Merc gets a demo. Could open up some space, but Wild P does manage to get it clear here, and a counterattack now for the Hornets.
Yeah, and the Vipers still playing that good game, but the Hornets, I think they're fed up with playing with this team, and they're getting very aggressive and playing very far forward, as well as playing still very smart and not really letting up against this Vipers team. They want this game won. Both teams are going for it, so just want to see who's going to take it in the end. Both teams playing very well team games. And this game really could go anywhere, Harmonic. I don't think anybody could have predicted this.
It really could, yeah. This is anyone's game, clearly. In overtime, both teams have had opportunities early in this overtime period. Not able to cash in, though. A couple big slow play mistakes here from the Hornets. Merc for Hire going for the double touch. Doesn't have it. Hayes with score! The Vipers take game one in overtime.
Oh, and just a misplay on the defense, a double commit. Mythicality not trusting that Walpe had that ball, which he didn't. But if Mythicality would have stayed on the ground and just waited for the rebound off the backboard, he would have been fine. But, I mean, that's what happens when you get a little bit impatient. Go for that ball when you shouldn't. And Hayes is there to punish. And I'd like to point out, no, it's not everything that matters, but Hayes was 3-for-3, 100%, and he had 1,000 points in this game. He was that rock for this team, and in my opinion, Merck played amazing in that overtime to bring this game in favor, but Hayes definitely being the how do you say it? The momentum to shift this in the Vipers side.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I gotta get back. It's been a while since I casted. I gotta get back in the casting groove, checking my scoreboard every now and then. I hadn't even noticed that Hayes had over 1,000 points. What an absolute monster of a performance for this player here for the Vipers, getting them the dub. Like you said, a little unfortunate misplay there for the Hornets. Maybe some more patience could have done them better on the back line there. But the Vipers taking game one. Hornets will look to regroup. We're definitely on track for potentially an upset here, though, Siprog.
Yeah, most definitely. And I didn't notice it till the last second, but this is crazy. Hayes, he's 1.4 salary lower than Mythicality. Hayes shot 100%, and Mythicality only shot 20%, 1 for 5. So if that says anything, I don't think Mythicality was playing his A game that time, and Hayes definitely showed up in this match and just went for it. I mean, when you're the underdog, that's all you can do is just go for it, and that's what the Vipers did. And in my opinion, that's what won them this game. And I mean, they have a lot of fight, and they've shown it.
Yeah, they do. That is a pretty crazy stat that you pulled out there. I don't think. Yeah, I think Mythicality may be a little bit off in that first game. And you never know with Rocket League. It really is a momentum based game. They might not have had warm up. Well, Wild P though, gonna start us off early. 6 seconds in, grabs the goal, and that game one, like I was trying to say, might have just been the warm up game here for the Hornets. This could be a completely different game.
Yeah, and just a mistouch by Merck. I mean, he was a little bit too fast with that. If he was a little bit slower, he would have put that into the corner, but he puts it straight off the ceiling and right in the middle, or right in center. Sorry, he centered that ball for the Hornets, and that's where that goal led. But a bump coming out, holy cow! But yeah, if he were a little bit slower, that goal wouldn't have went in. It would still be 0-0. But this Vipers team is never out of it. I mean, showing from that first game, this team is never out of it, and they always have fight left in them.
They do. They did pull off the comeback victory in game one. See if they can do it again here. Only 1 goal down, and it was an early goal. Plenty of time to go. Hayes looking for the challenge. Mythicality gets it over him, though. Trying to dunk Merck. Does not pull it off. Ball still in the Vipers' half. Wild P going for the double. Doesn't quite have it. Merck for hire now, taking this off the sidewall. Going to generate some pressure here for the Vipers. They have not had much early in this game. Hayes, though, playing it slow, trying to get his pass. Wild P, not a great first touch, and can't put the ball in the goal. That was a big opportunity there for the Vipers.
Yeah, and it was a good opportunity, but definitely not the last. I mean, this team is they're playing so aggressive still. I mean, they haven't lost that bite that they had in their offense, because, I mean, they're still going after it, but even there, a double commit, that's not what you want, especially against this team, because just like that, they'll punish you, and just like that, being a little bit too aggressive, not having that rotation through it. And, I mean, that's where that goal comes through. They're down 2-0 with 3:33 left on my clock. So the Vipers, they just have to get that rotation back in their aggressiveness, and they should be all right.
That they should. Yep, and you can't have double commits like that, like you mentioned. That definitely was the diagnosis right there for the Vipers. Now they've just given possession away to the Hornets. Mythicality takes to the skies. Can't find a reset on that ball. Ooh, big miss there from Hayes. Could be dangerous, but Merck clears the ball away from the goal line. And now tries to enter the zone. Looking for a demo on Wild P. Now looking for the demo on Mythicality on the back line. Gets the bump. Vipers still with pressure. Hayes, though, that's not great. Doesn't matter. Hornets cannot find the goal. But Hayes, dangerous to go for that shot, knowing his teammate was still awkward in the net. Vipers clearly trying some aggression here. Hayes with the shot. Can't find the top corner. Defense a little bit awkward here for the Hornets. Mythicality doesn't find this around Hayes. Wild P, though, fires it towards the net. It is in, and a 3-0 lead now for the Hornets.
Yeah, and I think the Hornets are finally starting to settle down a little bit, knowing that they are the more solid team, I would say. I say they have more chemistry together, it seems, because the Vipers, maybe they weren't as confident in themselves. I don't think they thought that they were gonna to win that game one. Maybe um, they may be intimidated. Who knows? Because this Hornets team, I mean, they have so much experience with each other, and they're so dominant. Their offense is so volatile, and they just know each other a lot better. But Merck's trying his best with the demos, but Wild Peak gets even another demo on them. So I mean, this game's kind of just evening out, and then the Hornets. I mean, their offense is just way too sharp, and it's cutting the Vipers slowly. Like piece by piece, they're cutting.
It really is, and the counterattacks too for the Hornets have just been fantastic, and they're punishing every little mistake that the Vipers make. There is no room for error right now. Wild Pete trying to find the bottom corner. It's not in. Punches that back, looking for mythicality, but they won't find the net. Keeps it in the zone now. Wild Pete out of boost, floating. The Vipers, not quite sure if he had any left in the tank, playing it a little bit safe. Mythicality trying to find the net off the post and out. Wild Pete coming in for the follow-up shot, bangs it into the corner. Mythicality a little bit awkward, chance for the Vipers. Merc for hire, plenty of boost in the tank, but gets blocked out by Wild Pete. Mythicality gonna bang this off the backboard, maybe looking for a double touch. He's got it! Mythicality showing you why he's the salary that he is. A 4-0 lead, and the Hornets running away with this one.
Yeah, and that wasn't only a double tap, that was a double tap coming off of Hayes, and a beautiful dunk as well. Yeah, Mythicality definitely showing dominance in this game. Wild P as well, he's also, I believe he's 1.5 salary lower than Mythicality, but still playing just as well. This Hornets team came to play in the second game, and I think that game one they were kind of just trying to feel out how the Vipers were going to play. Maybe thought that it was going to be an easy game due to the stats that we all saw, but now they're just laying it to this team. And there goes another goal coming from the Hornets. That seems like that's just the storyline of this game too. Game one was so close, but this one, I mean, the Hornets just found their groove. They realized that the Vipers were not going to stop their offense, and they're just putting in goal after goal.
They really are. And you mentioned Wild P being the lower salary player compared to Mythicality. He's got 4 goals. Mythicality, though, not to be outdone, trying to find his way above Wild P on the scoreboard. He's got his work cut out for him with 55 seconds to go. But the Hornets with a 6-0 lead are definitely going to take this game. If you are the Vipers, now is your opportunity to reset. Take a mental reset. Say, all right, we got a 0-0 game. Just say it's 0-0. Play like it's 0-0. And try to build some momentum for the next one, because this game is all but over. Oh my gosh, trying to find another one there. Mythicality. Maybe they can pull off the Brazil. Plenty of time for that. Merc for hire trying to help him out, and he will score. Merc for hire, make sure this is not a shutout, while simultaneously setting the stage perhaps for the Brazil.
Yeah, and Mythicality, he got caught going for that full boost in the back corner of the Vipers side, and Wild P's just not quick enough to get back to that ball to save it. We've definitely seen some people give up that goal for free, but I think that was just genuinely a defensive mistake, and almost another mistake coming in from them. Oh my god, that would have been disgusting. And well, you said it there first, Harmonic. There goes the Brazil, and it was an own goal, which makes it just that little bit worse than being down by 6 goals.
Yeah, that is unfortunate right there. Not much Merc for hire could do besides put that one in his own net. But an unfortunate misplay on the offensive zone is ultimately what cost him that goal. Mythicality trying to score here. Will he ruin the Brazil? That's the next question we got to ask here. Are the Hornets willing to ruin the Brazil in order to rack up the score, get some more stats on the board? It looks like they're trying. Merc for hire, though, says no. He'll try to possess this ball. No boost to his name. Trying for a dunk on Wild P. Mythicality with possession. Does find this around Hayes, and now he's got a solo play. What can he do with the ball? Not going to find the net. Wild P, though, to the corner. It's out. And the Hornets take a Brazil in game 2.
Yeah, and we definitely saw the Hornets start to warm up, and I think they caught the Vipers by surprise. The Vipers, they came in with I think they were unsure about this, because I think that they knew that this Hornets team wasn't playing to their fullest extent in game 1. So the Hornets just proving their dominance. 14 shots to 4 shots. I mean, Harmonica, on your experience in this game, that's a metric crap ton difference. I mean, 10 more shots than the other team, you deserve to win this game. Uh, wow. I mean, this was just a beatdown.
It really was. They came back with a vengeance. I thought I had an inkling, like I mentioned at the beginning of the game, that maybe the first game was a bit of a warm up for the Hornets, like you said. Maybe a little bit of feeling out the Vipers and seeing what they were going to be made of today, what their play style was going to be like. But they definitely cracked the code. They figured this one out in a 7-1 victory, and they looked very, very clean doing it. Not many mistakes on the side of the Hornets throughout that game. But with little mistakes they made, I'm going to need to see more capitalization from the Vipers on those mistakes if they want to get back in this series, because I know it's 1-1, but momentum very heavily in favor of the Hornets right now.
Yeah, and I'd like to mention right before we get into game number 3, it seemed like that second game, the Vipers were kind of just going for pointless touches. They were throwing themselves to the ball because I mean, I guess maybe they were already down. They knew it was pretty much over, but they need to have a little bit more purpose with their touches and more purpose when they're controlling the ball. So we'll see how they adjust in this game 3, and ultimately who steps up and wants to take it.
We will see. Hayes trying to get the Vipers started here, but good defense on the backboard by the Hornets. Wild P will take possession. It's dunked out by Merck. Hayes with possession of the ball, looking for the flick. He's got the shot on target and the goal. Vipers strike back immediately in game 3.
And that's a quick one, a beautiful bump. I don't know if he got the bump, but he definitely scared the crap out of Mythicality, and that gave Hayes the free shot he needed. If they can get Hayes warmed up quick, I think this is going to be an upset for the Hornets once again.
It very well could. Hayes definitely the potential for the carry on the Vipers squad. A 50 here goes the way of the Vipers, but the dunk from Wild P could be dangerous. Hayes needs his backboard read and finds it. Now on the sidewall, he lands the wave dash. No boost though. Mythicality comes in. Merc for hire trying for the dunk. Actually ends up benefiting the Hornets now. Wild P on the counterattack throws the ball away. Hayes gets a save and the mid boost. Gets the ball over Mythicality. Mythicality now needs to get back on defense quickly. Takes the corner boost. That's important. Finds the clear over Merc for hire, who can't find the ball. Mythicality gonna tie us up.
Yeah, and that's just the hyper-aggressive game. Game style, the Vipers bite him right in the butt. Mythicality will take that shot any day. It's the easiest thing you'll get in expert league. But I don't know if you've noticed this, Harmonic, but the Vipers, their only game plan right now is to just send Merc in for a demo. And wow, as I'm talking, Mythicality just outplays him on the kickoff. Maybe the experience coming in with the kickoff, speed kickoff, and just a beautiful shot, give them the 1-goal lead. But the Vipers' whole game plan right now is just send Merc in for a demo, and maybe Hayes can beat the second defender on a 1v1, and that seemed to work for the goal that they scored in this game. But it doesn't seem that Merc is consistent with hitting the ball when it's coming over his head when the Hornets get a big clear. So if they can just capitalize on the big clears over Merc's head, that should be their game style to win this game easier. But right now, Merc is such a threat for demos. This game could go either way. I mean, it's really unstable, and as I'm talking, I mean, just Mythicality, you know.
This is Mythicality. That's all the Hornets really need. He's got a hat trick already in this game. We're not even 2 minutes in. But yeah, bits of some misplays here from the Vipers. Like you mentioned, the game plan, having Merc go for those demos and open up the field for Hayes. Worked on the first goal. It worked in game 1, but it's not working at all in game 3. The Hornets 4 unanswered goals and take a commanding lead.
Yeah, and honestly, if I'm the Hornets, I mean, you might as well sub Wild P out and just let Mythicality play, because that's what's happening right now. Mythicality's just going at the Vipers' necks and just sitting them down. I mean, wow, 4 goals in 2 minutes of the game. What is this guy doing in expert? I mean, he's going to go, oh, watch. Mark my words, Harmonic. He moves into Star League next season and he wins the championship there.
Mythicality just playing a beautiful game so far. 4 goals in 2 minutes, but yeah, holy cow! And as I'm talking, I just need to stop talking, Harmonic. I need to be quiet because every time I talk, somebody scores.
No, that means you need to keep talking. I don't know what you're, that's make the game more exciting, please. 4-2 now for the Vipers. Hayes, that's a very, very important goal. But like you said, yeah, I would not be surprised to see Mythicality in Star and doing very well next season. Very, very good player in Expert League. Takes possession here and gets a dunk out of Merc for Hire. Another touch here over Hayes. Another dunk. What can he do? Merc for Hire in the corner trying to get this clear for the Vipers and does. This is a good opportunity here. Mythicality a bit out of position. Can he get the pass out to Hayes? Doesn't matter. Wild P takes Hayes out of the game. Mythicality trying to, ooh, a good demo and challenge from Merc for Hire. Denies Mythicality the exit that he so desperately needed. Gets back in time. Merc for Hire puts it back on target. These shots are too slow though from the Vipers. Hornets easily clearing this away.
Yeah, and the Vipers, they're racking up shots, but not good ones. I mean, when you send a ball 2 mile an hour at the net, you cannot tell me you're expecting that to go in. You have to put some power behind that ball. And right now they're rushing themselves way too much to get even the slightest bit of power, and that's where the saves are coming out from the Hornets. I mean, they're easy saves because they're going so slow that, I mean, you can't really mess up on those.
You cannot. Merc for Hire trying to get something going here for the Vipers. Hayes will have a touch. Can't find the recovery on the ceiling. That would have been a nutty play. Does he have the boost to put this ball in the goal? It's again just too slow of a shot. And Wild P will easily get the clear after the Merc demo. Wild P trying for a play of his own. Gets dunked by Merc. That ball is off target, luckily for the Hornets. But a potentially dangerous play there. Good 50 from Mythicality. He's a wrecking ball on the pitch, Siprock.
Yeah, and being a 14-9, the top of this league, he better be. I mean, even the Octane. I mean, the Octane's the weakest car ever, in my opinion. And to get that 50, I mean, that's just finesse there, Harmonic. This man is experienced and he knows what he's doing. So for this Vipers team, they have to figure him out quick, because if they don't, this is going to turn ugly.
Yeah, that hitbox could be the size of an ant, and I don't think it would matter. Pretty easy stuff there. Oh, the double tap miss from Hayes would have been nasty. Wild P gets a bump. I'm not sure Hayes could have gotten back anyway. And the Hornets will all but seal off the Game 3 victory with this goal.
Yeah, and I mean, 34 seconds, 3 goals, that's possible, but against this Hornets team, the way they're playing right now, I don't see it happening. This is just the Hornets being the Hornets. I mean, they're 6-1 for a reason. This is just a beatdown. Once again, I mean, when you're up 3 goals and Mythicality's playing the way he is, oh my god. I mean, just shot after shot. The Vipers can get as many shots as they want, but if they're not good shots, it doesn't matter, because Mythicality and Wild P are such a dominant team. Their shots are always pretty much on target, and no demo or no solo play is gonna help this Vipers team right now, because Mythicality's he's just playing to the best of his ability.
Oh, Hayes got the fake, but the ball rolls onto the ground. They can't find the goal at the last second. Hey, Siprock, remember game 1 when you were talking about Hayes, how he was 5 shots on 5 goals? Well, Mythicality would like to say, hey, I'm here too, doing basically the exact same thing, until he missed that shot in the closing seconds of the game. He was also 5 goals on 5 shots, nearly 100% shooting percentage. Not quite the 1,000-point game that Hayes had, but still just showing how dominant he can be.
Yeah, and I just want to point out something that we both mentioned. It was the Vipers taking pointless shots. I mean, the Hornets only had 7 shots, and the Vipers had 10. But the Hornets, I mean, their shots were just on target more. Mythicality coming with all of those goals, and Wild Peak contributing to that with 2 assists and a couple saves. But the Vipers just taking pointless shots that would never go in against a team like the Hornets. They need to start getting power behind those shots, and they need to start putting them in spots that are hard to save. Because I mean, Harmonic, you know this best. You're a higher league than me, okay? I suck and you don't. So you know, if you don't put that ball in a good spot, it's going to get saved away easily, and it's going to go back down the field. So they need to start placing their balls with precision and just try their best to come back into the series.
Oh, hold on. Slow the roll there, Siprock. I'm just as bad as the next guy. Believe me, I just played a match at 8 p.m. tonight, earlier before this one, and I got swept. So, you know, I think everybody is bad at Rocket League except for, you know, maybe Justin. Oh my gosh, the double tap from Merc for Hire. No, can't find the touch. Unfortunate there. That would have been exactly what the Vipers needed, and it would have been a good shot at that with power, like you said, which is what the Vipers need. They can't have these slow, pointless shots that are somewhere near the goal. They've got to find power, and just, oh my gosh, Mythicality off the post. Great save from Hayes, and another one to boot. Hayes keeps the Vipers alive early in this game, and now they've got to find a counterattack because the pressure's still on. Merc for Hire clears the ball for now. Hayes with the shot, it's good. 1-0 for the Vipers. This is a great start to the game.
Harmonic. I looked at that MD7 RLCS that happened a while back, and I just had a flashback when that happened. I thought that ball was all the way in, but Hayes getting an insane save and an even better shot. The Vipers really saving themselves, but yeah, you had to expect that the Hornets were going to answer right back.
You hate to see the kickoff mistake there from Hayes. I do it all the time. He's going for the speed flip and just can't quite turn the car all the way over. I think that's exactly what happened to Merc for Hire last game on his kickoff mistake. And these kickoffs are killing the Vipers right now. Mythicality winning kickoff after kickoff. Hayes clears this off the backboard. Merc for Hire does exactly the same, trying to relieve some pressure. Mythicality gets demoed by Merc for Hire. Should allow Hayes to possess the ball, and he will get the boost as well. Actually misses the boost. Could be a big opportunity here for the Hornets. Wild P, the triple tap is not good enough. Mythicality with possession gets dunked out by Hayes. Merc for Hire needs a touch, finds it. Hayes now, what can he do on the wall? Can he beat Mythicality to the ball? Cannot. Hayes gets dunked. Mythicality keeps the pressure on for the Hornets. Hayes, awkward read, but the Hornets can't find the ball either.
Yeah, and this is such a close game. I mean, way better than game 2s and 3. I mean, this is crazy. The fact that the Vipers are actually stepping it up and switching up their game plan, just that little bit that throws the Hornets off. Mythicality, he's not playing as fast. I'm not sure what happened to him between games, but this is definitely a better showing for the Vipers, and they have to take advantage of this slow play from the Hornets while they can, because it will not last long. Mythicality, he's like a shark that's just been hooked in the mouth. He's about to wake up, and you have to get him in before he wakes up. And oh my God, Hayes, he's so volatile when he wants to be. He just has to step it up and start hitting those shots, Harmonic.
He really does. That was a close one. The second double tap opportunity for Hayes in this game. Can't find that one, but it doesn't matter. The Vipers on a counterattack here. Merc for Hire can't find the bump. That would have been crucial. Hayes with the shot puts it over the crossbar, trying to make the Hornets a little bit awkward. Does not pan out as well as he would have liked, but takes the ball again in the air. Hayes one more time, looking for the flip reset. Can't quite get the ball underneath the car. Demo here from Merc for Hire clears out the goal line for Hayes. He fires, post, it's in. Hayes gets bailed out by Physics, and they've got a 2-1 lead.
Oh my God, Hayes playing exactly how he did in game 1, and I don't know if you realize, Harmonic, but this is nostalgic straight back to game 1. It looks the exact same. Hayes popping off, and wow, I mean, this Vipers team is finally up a goal, so we'll see how they handle this. Maybe they try to waste a little bit of time and don't get too aggressive, keep those rotations going, and just try to wait this Hornets team out and get the win that way.
That would be ideal if you're a Vipers fan. But Wild P, this is a big clear. Need a touch from Hayes. Gets it over the backboard. Opportunity for Wild P. Misses. Mythicality follow-up goal. We've got a tie game once again.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate. That's a beautiful clear and a very unfortunate touch off the backboard. And, Merck's just not there to help out. And that's where the goal comes from. I mean, physicality, he stepped up to the plate and he fired that one straight to the back of the net. That's not what you want to do with Vipers because, well, Harmonic, we've seen what happens when you let Mythicality get hot. He starts shooting, holy cow, and he starts looking for the back of that net a lot more often. He gets a lot more confidence, so giving him that first goal was a big mistake, and and they better start playing their A game because Mythicality is getting physical and Wild P is not going to step down.
We've just been informed, our on-field reporter telling us that it is in fact WeLP and not YLP. So we'll correct that as we go through the series. Hayes, speaking of the series, gets the Vipers right back into it, looking to go to game 5, and Hayes trying to carry him there.
WeLP. What a name, Harmonic, but what a shot as well. I mean, that's Hayes being Hayes. He stepped up in this series and just showed that his shooting is just insane. I'm not really sure how the record gets this bad for the Vipers when you have a player like this shooting on all cylinders and just being overall dominant in this game as well as this series. So we'll see how they come up with a new strategy to keep him hyper aggressive and still let Merck play that second man to perfection.
That we will. Mythicality fires an absolute rocket at the Vipers net. Absolutely nothing that Hayes could do here. Merc for Hire just can't find that touch. He was the only one that had a shot to block that. And Mythicality, like you said, he's heating up. That's 2 goals for him now. Got the brace. We'll see if he can get the hat trick. That takes the Hornets past the Vipers in this series. Almost gets it done right there. Hayes, though, what a save on the back line. He's got an opportunity in an open net. Can Mythicality get back? No, he can't. Hayes gets the lead right back for the Vipers.
Yeah, and I want to go ahead and point out Mythicality is now 2 for 7, and then Hayes, he's getting vengeance on you for even mentioning his name. Switching it around to Mythicality. He's now 4 for 6, Harmonic, and they're up 1 goal. Holy cow, I mean, these 2 star players battling it out, and it seems like Wild P is kind of backed up a little bit. You know, he was playing such a good game in game 2 and 3, but oh my god, if he would have hit that, I would have left the booth and went to cool off a little bit because that would have been disgusting. But another 1,000-point game. Look at it. He outdid himself from game 1. Harmonic, I don't know what's happening, but Hayes, put him in RLCS. He's on fire.
He's absolutely on fire. Just I mentioned it last game. At the end of the game, I said Mythicality and him did a little switcheroo, and Mythicality got all the shooting power behind his name in that last game in game 3. And Hayes says, well, I hope he didn't forget what I did in game 1, and I'll remind you right now with another 1,000 point. This is even more points actually than he had in the first game. 4 goals on 6 shots. Like you mentioned, this is a battle of the carries right now. Mythicality versus Hayes. WeLP though and Merc for Hire, both very solid players in support for both of their teammates respectively. For the Vipers though, taking us to game 5. This is a very interesting series. Not sure anybody saw this one coming.
Yeah, definitely not. After that game 3, I honestly thought the Hornets were going to take this by storm and just outplay the Vipers and and just outskill them. But Hayes really showing up in this game and putting 4 goals in the back of the net. That's disgusting from him, especially for his salary. But the Vipers have to keep that up, and well, the Hornets, they gotta find a quick fix because if they don't, this Vipers team will come down with the upset.
Absolutely. For the Vipers, I really like to see them clean off the kickoffs. Again, another clean win for Mythicality. They've lost a lot of these kickoffs, have the Vipers. Multiple have just resulted in instantaneous goals for the Hornets. So really like to see them clean up the kickoffs in this game if they can. WeLP not finding the second touch on that one. Mythicality in follow-up, though, a little bit aggressive and a little bit early. Merc for Hire gets demoed. Great demo there from Mythicality to relieve the pressure. That could have been a big counterattack for the Vipers. but it is denied. And now the Hornets looking to open the scoring here in Game 5. This is winner take all. I don't know about you, Siprock, but I'm hoping for overtime.
Yeah, it's always what you want. The Game 5 overtime, if you don't have that, then is it really FDL? So if I'm these players, I say we stall off the ball and everybody goes AFK until the end of the match so we can have a game overtime. But that's just me. I mean, that's just what you do if you're a smart player. You know, Harmonic, if you do it for the content, you know what I mean? But both teams kind of evened out right now. The Hornets not playing their best, and the Vipers kind of just chilling out for the time being, kind of playing passive, both teams, and just filling each other out still. But well, there goes the first goal, and if Hayes gets much warmer than this, well, everybody start running, because it's going to be a volcano erupting soon.
Hayes gets a little bit of redemption there. I know he was kicking himself after he missed that first redirect attempt on the ground off the pass from Merc for Hire. But does end up cashing in a great pass again for Merc for Hire, and the demo on the back line. This works out so well for them. Mythicality looking to strike right back. Cannot find the net. It's still 1-0 for the Vipers. Hayes looking for another demo. Mythicality jumps. Merc for Hire comes in. Oh, but it's a bad challenge. Great 50 for the Hornets. Results in a goal. We've got a tie game again.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that. Take another look. Mythicality 50s that straight down into WeLP, and well, that's just about as unlucky as it gets for the Vipers, and that's about as lucky as it comes for the Hornets. So I mean, 1-1 with 3 minutes to 17. The Vipers, they should have their heads high right now and pretty confident that they can win this game, because they most definitely can pull off the upset. The Hornets, though, they have to start getting shots off and playing a lot quicker. How we've seen they know how to, but well, there's the start to it. Holy cow, Mythicality. What is this man doing in Expert? He's so dominant in this league.
What a great play for the Hornets. I'm not sure if that was a calculated pass from WeLP, but it worked out perfectly for the Hornets. Ended up being on the nose for Mythicality to go up and put that ball home. And the Hornets take the lead in the all-important Game 5. Mythicality taking this off the backboard. And the Vipers now in danger as the Hornets enter the zone. This ball floating above the goal was dangerous. Mythicality can't find it. A little bit too early on that ball. WeLP. A great play over Merc for Hire. Leaves it alone for Hayes, though. Mythicality on the backboard. Needs a controlling touch. Gets a 50 with Hayes. Merc for Hire in the air. Beats WeLP. This is off the backboard. Where's Hayes? Not there. Needed to go back for boost. And now Mythicality on the counterattack. Puts the ball on target. Hayes finds it away. Opportunity here for the counter for the Vipers. But no, Mythicality takes possession. Just drives all the way through the midfield unchallenged. That's a big miss, though, from WeLP. Can Hayes find the ball? No. Now it's a 2-on-1 for the Hornets. The 50 goes the way of the Hornets. Mythicality with possession, trying to get this past Hayes. Hayes says no. And now on the sidewall, WeLP continues the pressure. The Vipers, though, able to find it.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, the Vipers are down a goal, but still playing such an offensive game. And the Hornets just not able to kind of adapt to that, and it somehow ends its way back up in the Hornet path most of the time. The Vipers just have to find that goal, and this might be a start to finding it as a beautiful center comes out and a bump. Oh no, Harmonic. This is a great Game 5, and this is what you look for.
It is. You hate to see it, but you love to see that for the Vipers. They tie it up on the misplay. WeLP going for boost. Bad decision there as Hayes was right on top of it and finds the goal. A great play for the Vipers. We very well could be going to overtime here, Siprock.
And you had to call We out like that. Honestly, if you're a smart Rocket League player, you go for boost over ball. You can't touch ball unless you have boost. That's just famous analysis from me. So, you know, take it how you will, but you know. Boost over ball, always the right decision. And oh no, I held my breath there for a second, Harmonic. I thought that ball was going straight in.
I thought it might. Merc for Hire, make sure it does, though. The Vipers, what a play and what a dunk from Merc on the back line. The Hornets defense falling apart late, and that's not what you want to see. They've still got a minute, though, to recover.
And oh my god, I mean, I thought that first goal was going in, and then Merck just proven that he's still an asset to this Vipers team, and he can still contribute to this dub. And wow, he came in when he needed to. He played kind of off in the first games, but well, when you're in game 5 with a minute and a half to go and you score something like that, your teammate's gonna love you for that. So they just have to hold off, play for time, and make sure that, well, Mythicality cannot score.
Oh, Mythicality going for the fake. As you call his name, almost finds the goal right there. Hayes with possession, stolen away by Mythicality. Mythicality gets demoed. This is a big opportunity for the Vipers to put this game away. And Merc for hire on the great passing play from Hayes gives the Vipers a 2-goal lead.
Holy cow. Well, Harmonic, I guess the first game of this series, we could not have said that it was going to be this close of a series, and we also couldn't have said that this was going to go to game 5, and the Vipers, with 30 seconds left to go, would be up 2 goals. What did the Hornets do wrong to be in this situation? Because, well, that's going to be hard to come back from. 2 goals with 15 seconds. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, especially with the ball in their own zone right now. They've got to get this away. Mythicality does so. They need a goal on this offensive possession. Hayes making sure the clock winds down. Not going to happen. 1 second left, even if we finds the goal, and he will not. The ball hits the ground, and the Vipers take the series, their second win of the season over one of the top teams in the Stealth Conference.
Yeah, and Harmonic, I might need to start listening to Ponzi a little bit more. He called both series tonight, and I was like, Ponzi, you're crazy if you think this upset's gonna happen. And well, he's crazy, but he was right. I mean, that's crazy to me. That opens up a big door for a lot of other teams to push past the Hornets now in this expert stealth conference. The Vipers. What the heck just happened, Harmonic? The upset going against the Hornets. I'm a loss for words. How does something like this happen? And what did the Hornets do wrong?
Yeah, I'll tell you how it happened. It happened because of Hayes. Merc for Hire did great, played a great game, but Hayes was absolutely that ingredient that the Vipers needed for this win. Just carrying them in a lot of these games, finding the 1,000-point games. Of course, he had 2 of them, and the 2 wins of the Vipers had to take him to game 5, and he had a very high score as well. I can't remember; I don't have it on the board right now. But a very, very solid game 5 out of Hayes, carrying the Vipers to this victory. Like you said, this opens up the South Conference, baby. I'm excited as the Colts GM because this is once again wide open for my boys to take the lead in that conference. If they can pull off some late season dubs here, but yeah, just a really good series to watch and cast, and it was a lot of fun. I would say, an unexpected victory. I mean, what else could you ask for?
Yeah, and it's not FDL if everybody's not having fun, but definitely a beautiful series to end off the night. I mean, this is just insanity, man. Only FDL would something like this happen. A team that's 1-6 upsets the second seed team in Stealth Conference. The only other team that was higher than the Hornets was the Monkeys in the Stealth Conference, and they get upset. I mean, the Vipers. Hayes, props to you, man. If you watch this back and you hear me right now, props to you because you just stopped one of the best teams in Expert League. Wow. I hope somehow, some way this Viper teams makes it into that playoffs. Their standings look a little bit desolate right now, but maybe they can make that last subtle push to get into that playoff picture. But if they don't, they should be proud of themselves tonight because oh my god.
Yeah, that was quite the effort from the Vipers. Probably not going to make the playoffs, like you mentioned, but still they can play spoiler late in this season. That's the exciting part for some of these teams at the bottom of the standings. They can play spoiler. They can mix some things up and make it fun for the rest of us to watch as these last few weeks unfold. Are we getting these guys for a post game interview? Do we still do that?
Do not believe we have them ready for one. I
Oh
don't
man.
think so.
Unfortunate. I would have loved to talk to Hayes and get his thoughts on that series and of course Merc for Hire as well. Just a great series that they played, able to take that win. But yeah, still a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that's the last series we have for tonight, Harmonic. We only had two tonight, sadly. I wish we had more because I mean FDL always fun when you have a fully booked night. But that's been it for FDL tonight. I mean, it's Sunday, so it's the last day of the weekend, sadly. We got work ahead, Harmonic. We got the whole week, but then next weekend it's gonna be fun. But with that being said, that's been the last series of the night. I've been Cyproc and that's been Harmonic. We appreciate all of you watching and well, we look forward to seeing you guys next weekend. Have a great night.
Peace out.